What's going on, gentlemen? It's Jesse here, and today I have a very special video for you. 3 ways to push and pull a girl straight into your life. 3 ways to jerk her emotions around. 3 ways to put that beautiful younger woman on an emotional roller coaster of excitement. Get her hypnotized for you, pull her into that conversation, get her hooked, and have her thinking about you at night when her head hits the pillow. 3 ways to put those butterflies in her tummy. And if you want to start pulling top shelf hot girls into your bed for romps of fun in the sack, then this is the video for you. And you need to drop everything you're doing. Code red, watch and listen up. But of course, if you don't watch, sure, you can keep having that 30-minute conversation to absolutely nowhere. You can keep running out of things to say. You can keep coming across as a nice guy to women, where women are like, oh, he's so nice, but I wouldn't date him. Sure, you can keep doing that and keep losing out on the younger, hotter, tighter girls. And I don't recommend that, guys. That's why you need to listen up and not be another lonely casualty. And if you think you already know everything there is to know about push-pull as a technique, what I'm about to say is going to surprise you, so you want to stick around all the way to the very end. Look, guys, the reason that your conversations are so damn boring and you keep losing girls is because your conversations are all pull, pull, pull. You're too agreeable, you're too predictable, there's no tension, there's no surprise there. There's nothing left for the girl to try to figure out about you. There's no room for her to chase after you. You tell the girl, oh, you're so pretty. That's an agreeable pull. Oh, are you a student? What are you studying? That's another agreeable pull. Oh, you like cats? That's amazing. I like cats too. Another agreeable pull. And the girl quickly realizes that she's already won you over. She already has you because you're always chasing after her and there's no challenging it for her. The conversation is too predictable and therefore it is boring. And listen, guys, that's exactly how I talked to women for years when I didn't know what I was doing back in the day. And inevitably, I always had that 30-minute conversation to absolutely nowhere. And what this does, pairing the positive with a negative, it's saying to the girl, look, I like you, girl. You got a chance with me, but I'm not 100% sold on you. At least not yet. You're gonna have to fight for me. You're gonna have to win me over. You're gonna have to convince me why I should pay more attention to you. And it's that positive paired with the negative, that push that's paired with the pull that keeps the girl guessing about how you really feel about her, where she doesn't know exactly where she stands with you. And it gets her thinking, yeah, I know that guy likes me, but how much does he like me? Could I lose him if I don't play my cards right? And when she's guessing about that, guess what, guys? That's when she chases after your approval. That's where you get her chasing because she wants to win you over. She wants you to like her. That's what makes the conversation interesting and unpredictable to the girl. When she hasn't won you over, at least not 100%. And without that, the conversation is simply boring. Here's another quick example of pairing the positive with the negative. You're talking to a girl in a conversation and you tell her, hey girl, I can just picture you and me hopping on an airplane, quick trip to Paris, hotel overlooking the Eiffel Tower, eating croissants. It's gonna be awesome, so romantic. Until I find out that you snore and I gotta kick you out of that bed. You're sleeping on the sofa, girl. That's just a quick, silly little future projection, but look at the elements there. You've got the pull on the one hand. It sounds adventurous at first. It sounds romantic at first, but then you got the push. She snores, you kick her out onto the sofa. You're pairing the positive with the negative, and that's what adds the tension. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes it flirtatious. You see, gentlemen, what you have to understand is that positives only have that impact when there is contrast. The positive is going to have more punch when there's a negative contrasting it. And if you're all pull, pull, pull with the girl, if it's all one single note emotionally, all those pulls, they just tend to blend together. All the emotion is the single note. Bing, 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 and the pulls will lack impact. What makes a song interesting is that variety of notes. What makes a song interesting is that variety of instruments in the orchestra. And as human beings, what we noticed most of all is contrast, the distance between things. Just saying, hey, you're cute, that's a positive, but it's gonna lack punch. But when it's contrasted with a negative, hey, you're kind of cute, but you're kind of a brat, now the positive is more noticeable. It's gonna have more impact. And gentlemen, you absolutely need that contrast to make the highs seem higher, to bring out the positives, make the positives seem more awesome rather than just boring and flat. And by the way, if you need help implementing any of the things I've been talking about in this video, like how to pull a girl into a conversation or just talking to girls in general, go to attractionzilla.com right now. You're gonna see a free video there that's gonna show you how to sign up for coaching directly with me. And guys, working with me one-on-one is simply the fastest, the quickest. It's simply the most effective way to get a handle on this and start dating those 9s and 10s that you really want. Because reality is, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. You probably can't do this all on your own. You work with me, I can download everything I've learned over the last 25 years and dump it directly into your brain. So you can shave off years of pointless trial and error. You can shave off years of awkward rejections and jump straight into having that loyal and loving girlfriend of your dreams. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to our third example of push and pull. When you qualify a girl, for example, it doesn't have to be just a pull. Qualifying a girl with just a pull might sound like, hey, I really enjoy talking to you. You're pretty smart. You're fun to talk to. It's all pull. So let's add a push in there. You know, I'm not usually into blondes, but you're actually pretty smart and you're fun to talk to. It surprises me a little bit. That's the push. The push is, look, you're blonde. I'm not normally into blonde girls like you. That's the push. And we're pairing that push, that negative, with a positive, the pull. Now, the fantastic thing about that push is that the push implies you have standards. And when you have standards, it implies you have other options with beautiful women. And you have standards in the sense that you're not just gonna get with any girl just because she has a pretty face. That's not enough to win you over. You see, with every other guy, they just see that pretty girl and they are instantly won over. Oh, you're so beautiful. What can I do for you, my queen? Do you like me now? But for you, no, 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 no. Yeah, girl, you're pretty, but I'm not normally into blondes. Shows you have standards. Her looks aren't enough to win you over instantly. Yeah, you're interested, but you're not 100% sold on her yet. Yeah, girl, you caught my eye. Yeah, you're pretty, gotta admit, but what else? What else do you have to offer? As a high value man, I need something more than just a pretty face. And that's what you're implying when you employ a push. And when you employ pushes, implying that you have standards, that in turn also implies that you have options with other women in your life. Because think about it, if you're seeing hot girls like her, just like her, on her level, it means you're probably a pretty busy guy. You don't have a lot of time on your hands. Why would you give up time with the girls you already have access for just to talk to her, just to see her, just to pursue her? You probably wouldn't. So when you push, that communicates to the girl, look, I'm not sold on you yet, and only a man with other girls in his life, with other options, would ever communicate to her in that way. Because just think about that guy with no other girls in his life. He has no options. He's gonna act needy around that pretty girl. He's gonna be very desperate, and the conversation is gonna be all pull, pull, pull. Please like me, girl, because you're my only chance. That kind of guy is never going to dare to push. He will never dare to push. And he'll have no standards except she's got a pretty face. That's good enough for me. And when you don't push, guys, it's indicative that you're a low value guy. You're sub-communicating low value to her. But when you push back on the girl and you pair that negative with the positive, like I don't normally go for blondes, or you're cute, but I normally go for taller girls, or you're cute, but you're kind of a bit of a brat, it shows you have standards. And because you have standards, it means you won't just take any girl that comes along. So you must have other hot girls in your life. That's the implication. And women really only want the guy that other women want. That's why it's so critical that you put pushes into your conversation and you pair negatives with the positives. Now, since you enjoyed this video so much, go watch this one next. 8 flirty lines that shock girls into instantly liking you. Take what you've learned in this video, combine it with these 8 flirty lines. It's gonna take your game up into the stratosphere.